herzlich willkommen Leute zurück zum 4. Teil von Leonard Plays Doki Doki Literature Club.
Ja, und ich freue mich tatsächlich sehr herauszufinden, was bei diesem verrückten Festival abgeht. Ich bin ein bisschen gespannt darauf, was überhaupt abgeht in diesem Spiel.
Das Literaturfestival.
Wir haben jetzt die ersten 2 Tage so gut wie hinter uns, das heißt...
technisch gesehen 3 ist der dritte Tag jetzt.
Stimmt, technisch gesehen der 3. Tag von dem Literaturclub. Denn wir haben schon 2 unserer Gedichte mit den anderen Mädels geteilt. Und
den ersten Tag, wo es kein Gedicht gab.
Und den ersten Tag, wo es kein Gedicht gab. Und ein paar haben angefangen, uns zu mögen, oder mich. Und ein paar haben angefangen, mich immer noch zu mögen, aber nicht so extrem wie andere. Wir sind schon in eine wundervolle Situation mit Sayori geraten. Mal gucken, was die anderen Mädels dazu meinen.
Genau, lassen wir es doch einfach mal weiterlaufen und dann steigt hier auch Natsuki, das bin ich jetzt, in dem Fall nicht du, Lennart. Mal an. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we are actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica?
Sayori ist in der Lage, ein Poster so zu kolorieren, dass es unsichtbar wird.
You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining that Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand that they're coming of...
Where they're coming from.
Where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. I'd love to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. ...
Danke.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, better we'll be able to show everyone what literature means.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimidated with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
Also, just saying, aber intimidate with yourself und intimate with yourself sind 2 verschiedene Sachen.
Ich hab doch intimate gesagt.
Nee, du hast intimidate gesagt. Aber egal.
Dann war es ein freudscher Versprecher.
That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. ...
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but... ...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Phew! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? ...
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Oh,
Sigh.
I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh! You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the next main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of a stranger? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem! Monica begins reciting a poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Haha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. Quickly. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It is called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting it in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. ... Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reacting to other
Reciting.
people. Reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself like in front of a mirror and in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Natsuki liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nice. But it might be that other poem wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing.
Practicing.
Yeah. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
And next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Natsuki. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway.
Sorry.
Might as well let Natsuki lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki!
Natsuki! It's fine.
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, it's not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that you'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That's just leaves you, Natsuki.
Ich hab doch gerade eben vorgelesen. Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath.
Ich wette, wenn ich Suicide aufs Bild jumpt sie ein bisschen. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, and as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much energy about the festival. For the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poems to recite instead.
That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Ich glaube, das muss ich tun.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. That's for the festival. We'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day.
I can wait.
I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready? Oh, fuck.
Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
You must be a little nice, though.
Well, How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Natsuki. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori.
Punkt. Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me in the spot here. Well...
Kannst gerne speichern.
Ja, das speichern wir mal hier diesen empty slot. Return Wheel. Yeah, komm, why not be true to your friend? Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Natsuki. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it so.
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I wanted to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Dum dum dum.
Poem time! It's poem time.
Family.
Yay!
Doki Doki. Immer noch Imagination. Immer noch Dream. Fester.
Frightening.
Poof. Inferno Raindrops. Technik, was heißt infallible?
Das ist ein zu kompliziertes Wort. Das heißt das.
Ah, unfehlbar, okay. Play. Laugh. Das ist alles so schwierig. Ich mag Puppy, ich mag aber auch After Image Rose.
Ja, das Spiel bringt echt die harten Klopper rein, ne?
Aber auch
die Entscheidung.
Wartet.
Der After Image of a Rose Puppy.
Ja, oder Lust.
Analysis.
Captive Cage Lust. Nature. Variance Hair and Universe.
Uncontrollable.
Stell dir den Buchtitel vor. Uncontrollable Variance Hair Universe. Extreme Sunset Vacation. Sunset definitiv. Romance. Das ist alles scheiße. Bliss. Also ich mag auf jeden Fall Breathing mehr als Suicide, das ist schon mal klar. Und mehr als Horror oder Desire. Ich breathe sehr gern. Ich glaube, ich mag.
Dann brief doch.
I like the ocean. I like landscapes. Was habe ich schon ausgewählt? Intellectual Pink Rainbow. Beauty over peace? Peace over beauty? Boop. Defeat. Dance. Dance. I like dancing.
And the last one.
Incapable. Incapable of doing the last one.
Bedtime contamination.
Bubbles. Bedtime contamination.
Oh man! I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano.
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
Oh, I can't wait for the festival.
Wie sieht wirklich aus? Irgendwas stimmt, aber
It's gonna be great.
Ah, ich weiß, was im Gesicht nicht stimmt. Da ist ein Fleck auf deinem Laptop, so dass es aussieht, als ob die eine Nase noch auf deinem Bildschirm ist. Die eine Nase noch hier hätte und das andere hier. Das ist ein bisschen hart.
Dann.
Will ich wissen, was es ist.
Dreck.
Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
Das ist was für keine Ahnung, was dieses Spiel.
You sound a bit... Oh.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people?
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name. Monica.
Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. ...
Was?
Never mind.
Ika heißt Squid.
I thought as much.
Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Fine. Your reactions are as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway.
Excuse me?
Where's... Oh.
Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Is everything alright?
Of course. Well, why wouldn't it be?
Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori turning back towards everyone else, before turning back toward anyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Natsuki, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her?
Thanks.
And what do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Natsuki. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she never really liked this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friendly with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Yeah? Are you sure about that?
She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Natsuki.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way! Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Natsuki. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she was when she's around you? ... I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so I should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from over here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. ...
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve the poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. ...
This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Natsuki.
Thanks.
Hmm? ...
Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright?
Of course! Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today.
Do you want to nap or something?
No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face.
Well, alright then. Hey,
Natsuki. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end...
Yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most.
Why?
You don't want to get closer.
You don't want to get closer with everyone else?
Wait! Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori?
No! Natsuki! I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this?
Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden.
If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier.
Sayori? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself up and puts on a smile.
It's nothing, Natsuki. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori.
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Because before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
Bye.
Oh, offensichtlich. Hi Natsuki! Have you thought about what you want to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. ... It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Natsuki, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. Sayori stirbt. What could have happened all of a sudden?
Dark. Was ist denn los?
Dot. Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And
Here I am.
And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, and a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes, and I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking, before I can speak. She responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat in a pick of a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers out of the thought of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of my mind, so that's why I wrote about it. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the word start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. You're surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have to have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good?
It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Sorry. ... This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit.
Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you are not slacking off.
Really?
Well, what if you ended up just...
Well, what if you just ended up scaring me away?
That's, it's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbows connect with my stomach. Ow!
Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was just joking.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. ...
How the hell can you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki.
Anyway.
Natsuki holds her palm out to me like nothing ever happened.
I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond our sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your hairy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you learn to love yourself again.
Ist ein Beach nicht etwas, was nichts, also so, wo man strandet und nicht, also wäre nicht der Ocean das, was wegwäscht, aber naja, egal.
Ne, der Beach ist halt der Strand. Am Strand können auch Sachen weggewaschen werden.
Ja. Yeah.
I felt like writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach, so you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with a message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we were kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both wrote about it, or ich weiß nicht, was da sonst noch gestanden hat.
Write about it or whatever.
Ja, sorry, so weit war ich nicht.
Schnell weggeklickt.
You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Decided to try something different today?
I guess so.
Is that good or bad?
Is that good or bad?
Well, neither. I have my preferences. But it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
Nur die Zeit.
That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share.
Is that so? ...
Yuri thinks of good for a good mood.
That must be terrible.
Eh?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikely of me.
Unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It just meant that I respect your opinion.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here. Beach. A model millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky and expanse of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in. It's one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you chasing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where a foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore.
Okay. Ich glaube übrigens, nachdem wir jetzt mittlerweile schon fast 4 Stunden am Spiel spielen.
Wir spielen noch keine 4 Stunden.
Okay, 3,5.
Du warst dann noch nicht mal um 6:30 da.
Doch?
Nein.
Doch? Ich habe nicht die Uhr geguckt.
Ja, aber bis wir dann angefangen haben.
Stimmt, ja. Aber nichtsdestotrotz.
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it.
She did. She didn't say anything weird. She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is calm foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe?
Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't there.
Oh, ich glaube, das war's komplett du.
I don't know. It seems you're right.
Oh, das war falsche Stimme.
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown out a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked a time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. So I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, Yuri, you can,
Punkt.
Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know?
Du kannst wirklich alles machen.
No, Natsuki's pouting too, no!
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations and help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love
Atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Wie gesagt, ich glaube mittlerweile, dieses ganze Spiel ist nichts anderes als eine Person, die gerne Gedichte schreibt und einen Weg finden wollte, diese Gedichte unter die Menschen zu bringen. Und am Ende kommt raus, dass das Ganze mit dem Leute, die unter Anxiety, Depression und was weiß ich was leiden, dass am Ende so ist wie, okay, es ist halt einfach nichts. Es gibt nichts dahinter, das Spiel bedeutet nichts, es ist einfach vollkommen irrelevant. Du spielst es und denkst dir so, ich will meine 4 Stunden Leben zurück. Und daher kommt vielleicht die Depression. Und dann rollst du dich auf dem Bett zusammen und denkst
Denkst du wirklich, dass ich so diabolisch bin, mich sowas spielen lasse? Während ich da bei dem sitze und nochmal 4 Stunden von meinem Leben verliere?
Also ja, weil du zugucken kannst.
Ja, komm. Beenden wir die Episode heute noch, ne?
Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Natsuki. The one who's truly useless.
Das warst du, Alter.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It will probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. It would be really appreciated that.
That's...
Isn't Monica suggesting to spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Natsuki may not like to be around if you will only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suited as an assistant to assisting with the decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuse for Natsuki to...
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Natsuki to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Natsuki, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with Natsuki dot, Yuri dot, Monika dot, Sayori dot.
Entscheide dich. Mit wem möchtest du das Wochenende verbringen?
Ich hab's Sayori versprochen. Earlier. I should keep
Ja, drück.
my promises. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and...
What Monika said.
Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much?
No!
Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult.
Just think of the club, okay? What the fuck?
Yeah, think of the club, Leonard. Think of the club.
Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika.
Yay, you picked me!
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Monika, you are the one who needs the least help out of all of us.
But
I agree with...
I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already more suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Natsuki was the one who...
That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club.
Monika, you should try and let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like your guys are the ones with ulterior motives.
Excuse me?
Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika.
Yeah. We have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone.
Maybe that's true.
Think of
the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources.
So are you going to do the right thing, President?
Okay. I get it. Fine. It's technically most logical for Natsuki to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have any preference, Natsuki?
Also, Yuri oder Natsuki? Natsuki. Entscheide dich.
Das Schlimme ist, du weißt, wie ich mich entscheide, weil ich Natsuki echt scheiße finde als Charakter.
Du willst lieber backen eigentlich.
Aber ich will eigentlich lieber backen und ich will vor allem nicht die ganze Zeit lesen. Ein Wochenende lang lesen, das sind 2 Folgen.
Nee, also das Wochenende ist tatsächlich nur ein Tag, also das ist nicht tagtäglich, das Wochenende. Und am Wochenende wird es wirklich interessant.
Wie viel Zeit haben wir denn noch?
Ne, das ist jetzt das Ende von der Episode.
Okay, dann würde ich sagen, wir belassen diese wundervolle Entscheidung als Cliffhanger für das nächste Mal. Entscheide ich mich Natsuki oder Yuri. Beide hot-headed Airheads. Dann...
Das war sehr freundlich ausgedrückt und dann verabschieden wir uns bis zur nächsten Episode. Ciao.
Tschaußen.